Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to GRUMBBL! Yes, I am Divot, the Master of Streams, and I am joined by the Master of all things grumbly, the Seven-Tailed Wolf.
Hello, I'm extra grumbly right now.
Yes, you just finished the game. Want to see how that worked out? Well, watch the VOD after this match, because this match is different. It is a game between the Sons of Lustria, the Lizardmen of Jabazza, and the Feywood Waywatchers Wood Elves of Aurora.
Yes, exciting stuff.
Indeed, I'm having a drink.
Okay. I assume we're going to be looking at the teams relatively quickly.
We can head into that if you're ready.
Who do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Lizardmen.
Okay.
They are the quotations home team, so yeah, we can have a look at them.
Okay.
Now, after the first match...
Before we get into anything, if you don't want to know what happened last week, if you want to go watch the VODs, just mute us until the game starts, because we're going to be talking about the teams, but we will spoil what happened last week. So that's your warning. Be gone. Right.
Be gone, thought. Right, so as you can see, they got a lot of SPP. However, on the plus side for Aurora, there's no level ups.
Yeah. I mean, Lizards are one of those teams that they don't really start with a lot of great... Well, they don't start with any skills, really, besides Stunty and Dodge and the Crocs. This is a team that's going to get very scary very quickly, I suspect.
Well, if Jabazza could pull off bullshit that my Lizards last season couldn't even dream of, then yes, it will.
Yes, in his first game, he won quite well and pulled off some crazy stuff. 3-1 and pulled off. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see the game in full, but I saw bits. But there was an interception. I think there was a pass to Asaurus as well. It was mental.
It's just stupid. It was stupid. Let's just put it in that very simple word. Stupid.
So it's a very raw team, as it is. He's got lots of level up potential. Having a Saurus on 5 SPP is quite nice. And 3 Skinks, I imagine at least one of them will level up today if he scores.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go for all 3. He could very easily get a touchdown with one, with Tybalt.
Yep.
Pass with Verillium, and then a touchdown with Callus, and that's all 3 with a level up.
Yeah, and that's what I would aim to do if I was him. I would very much try and play the level up game, as it were, and really try and focus who you give it to. Particularly that pass, that 5 SPP skink.
Definitely. That's not too hard to do a handoff.
It would have to be a pass.
Handoff it would have to be a pass, yeah, sorry.
And they do suffer because they're stunty, so it is -1 to the pass. However, if you just put him and like another skink nearby in your back lines, if the kick is deep, whilst Wood Elves are quite mobile, if the kick is deep, you can afford to risk a pass and drop it, because you've still got time to recover it and run away. And with movement 8, you can flee quite quickly.
Yeah.
But with Elves, you have got to be a little bit careful, because they can just pick it up and fuck off.
Especially, this is the other problem as well, the War Dancers with Leap. We'll get into the Elven team in a minute, but I just wanted to put that in my head so I could remember it.
Yes.
The other thing, though, the Sauruses. Now, one of Jamie's Sauruses got injured last game, and he just went ahead and replaced it.
That's how much money he had. That infuriates me so much with how my situation's going. He could just fire a key player and hire another one.
Just going to buy a new Saurus for 80k.
I assume the Saurus didn't have any SPP.
I would assume it had 0, yeah.
Because I feel like against Wood Elves, being 1 Saurus down wouldn't be the end of the world.
No.
You're probably going to win the bash game. So, yeah. I'm interested to see how he levels up these Skinks. I find Skinks one of those weird things. If they're quite good players, I imagine he'll give sure hands to somebody. And then I don't know, because they tend to be SPP hogs quite a lot. And so you end up having these Skinks with a lot of levels, and there's only so many skills you can give them because they only have agility access.
That's what I kind of like about Lizardmen when I play them, is that you have... They are SPP hogs when it comes to, like, the ball. But then you have Saurus who SPP hog to the
casualty,
the blocks and the punches.
Yeah.
So it's not really like one's taking away from the other.
Yeah, they each do their own role and they do it very well. As Lizards in a nutshell.
So let's go from a strong team to a team that might not be in as good of a position.
No. Well, you say that. You say
yeah.
I mean, 2 War Dancers, 8 linemen, and
War Dancers did survive.
Yes, the War Dancers lived, which is great.
Fortunately, they are now Legoless.
Haha, I get it.
Look, that joke will stop after this week.
Thank God, it's already been overused.
Yeah, but if you look at the SPP for them, just the 5 from the level up, and that's it.
Yes, from the MVP. So, not great in terms of levels, but traditionally, that's how you play elves. I mean, yes, of course, you want to level up players and have them survive, but you tend to, you see elf teams reach the finals of like the CCLs and stuff, and they have like 5 or 6 players because they just don't survive. But their raw stats are so good that you can do quite a lot with them. Movement 7, agility 4, they are quite scary.
Yeah, definitely. It's the mentality of that the elven lineman can die. You don't have to replace them, although you would like that to not happen. But if why am I facing? If they do get injured, the journeymen are good. They're still good, really good journeymen, as you said, with 7 movement and 4 edge.
Yeah, and loner isn't great, but when you've got 10 other players that aren't loner, you try and make sure that your key rolls are just not with that one dude. Don't make blocks with him, and don't make any like key blitzes with him, and you won't have to really worry about loner too much. So I don't think it's a bad place to be in. I don't think her team is really hindered from that death particularly. But the lack of SPP will be irritating. She's got 2 rerolls, which is fine for elves. They do everything on 2s anyway. Yeah. What I'd like to see is very aggressive use of the War Dancers. Block is great against Stunty because the Skinks have dodge.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say, is that although you can cage up as a Lizardman, that's the word, team, put a skink in the middle surrounded by Sauruses, mark up a couple of Sauruses on one side, jump in with your War Dancer, and that skink's going to have a bad day.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I'd be even tempted. Because the risk with that is that you obviously put your War Dancer in harm's way. What I like to do is, especially if you get a very cagey Lizardman, which I'm not sure if Jamie is, but if you've got like a skink surrounded by 4 Lizardmen, 4 Saurus, where are the rest of their skinks? Clearly out in the open. Go hunt them down. If you kill them, then even if they do get through your screening and score, they can't really do much more for the rest of the game because you've killed or you've taken out 3 of their skinks.
Yeah, if you have no skinks in a Lizardman team, you're probably not scoring.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just not gonna. I would say pretty confidently, it's just not gonna happen.
It's their big Achilles heel.
All players apart from skinks have 1 edge, so you've got any activity involving the ball at all, by default, is a 6.
So what I'm hoping to see is lots of screening to slow down the cage as much as possible.
5, sorry. Carry on.
is to do as much screening as you can, slow down the wall as much as possible, and then use your War Dancers as hunters and just go after the skinks. And with 8 movement and agility 4, you should be able to run towards a skink, punch it in the face, and then run behind your players. And therefore, even though your War Dancers have dodge and block, so they can take a punch, you don't want them taking a punch because if they do go down, that's a lot of value lost. So just defend them with your other players. But use them very aggressively. Skinks aren't that survivable if you can get them down. So and I hope to see some fouls with the loner lineman on some skinks. A skink with 3 assists, it's like a 4+ armor roll.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die. So yeah, who are you hedging your bet on?
I think Jay Bazza will take it purely because I think you have to play the elves in a very specific way to slow down the Saurus, and all it's going to take is a few 1s and they're going to be in trouble. And I suspect if Jay Bazza just blitzes turn after turn, eventually he's going to get the numbers advantage, which you expect. But I just don't think the elves are going to be able to pull it back from that. So I'm going to say, I'm going to guess sort of 2-1 to Jay Bazza. I think overall score.
I would really like to see a victory to the Wood Elves, because using what you said, focusing down the lone skinks or the ones that are out in the open, more vulnerable, Getting them down early, maybe go on the defense in the first half so you can have the opportunity to do that as you go into the second, and then go for some quick steals. It's very possible for the Wood Elves to win this. It's not out the realms of possibility, even though they are going to get the shit kicked out of them.
No, I do think it's very close. I would love to see the Wood Elves win, to be honest, just because I think in this league they're in trouble. And it's such a bashy league. I just hope that Aurora can play them in the way that she needs to. And the key thing is to not get overzealous and not put your war dancers in the cage or in the firing line and not take too many blocks. So it's all going to be about how she plays it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Easily go either way.
Yeah, I would also like to like the Lizardmen to just die so that when I play them next week, I have a really good game. You know, really easy game.
You'd love it if they just had like a bunch of injured skinks and they were all loners.
Yeah. The game is live on GRUMBBL Vision. Excellent.
Excellent. So we shall
We may now head in.
hop in now.
Yes, let's see how it goes. No inducements were bought.
Yeah, even team values. It's just basically two fresh teams, except one's got a loner.
No
from
levels
there,
up,
it's going to be raw skill now. There's no team advantage here. It's just who's better at their race. The one reason why I do hedge it towards Jaybaza is Lizardmen is his core team. That is like his probably most played team, his favourite team to play.
Yeah.
Whereas I know that Aurora's quite new to Elves in general, and Wood Elves specifically, very new. So, and I struggle with Elves. You need to play Elves in a certain way, and
yes,
I'm not sure if she's got that or not yet. We'll have to see.
Welcome though, Jamie. Welcome, not Jamie.
Jamie, how dare you?
Welcome to this very sunny. That's the weather, you see. Very sunny for Blood Bowl. I usually miss very sunny because the very sunny weather, like just the sun, looks incredibly similar to the nice weather, which just has a little cloud on it. So a lot of the times I will miss the fact it is very sunny.
You have indeed noticed, and it's a key that could. I think that will heavily favour the Wood Elves because even if the Wood Elves lose more players, if there's less players in the way, you can just run through with Elves quite comfortably. Like running through like all of these Saurus is a bit of a problem because there's a lot of dodges to make. If half the players aren't there, even if you lose most of your Wood Elves, you can just kind of run through the lines.
Oh lordy, these war dancers are right on the front of these Saurus.
Going for some early aggression. I hope she blocks with the linemen and uses the war dancers against the skinks, as we said, or at least one of them against the skinks, because that would be great.
Oh, here comes the kickoff. Wood Elves receive, and it is a perfect defense.
The risk. This is a major problem, and this is why you see. You go, oh, I'm attacking. I'm going to strike first, so I'm going to try and bash. No, try and avoid bashing at all costs.
You know for a fact the second that I hopped up in a very Irish voice, you just went, "For fuck's sake!"
Yes, what great impression as well. I have to.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time with Aurora in the past, so I am familiar with how she sounds. So.
I
Also, a small
suspect a lot of
detail
dodging.
in that Jaybaza won the fame with a +2.
That will help in some of these kickoff results. If we get anything, that might get him some extra rerolls. If there's a pitch invasion or something, that could really help. Let's see. I suspect a lot of dodging will have to come through now.
Yeah, the whole plan of maybe punching these Sauruses isn't going to go that well anymore, I don't think.
And it's interesting because the linemen that were in the wide zones didn't need to be on the line because unless you were going to blitz with them, they weren't touching anybody anyway before that perfect defense happened. So if you're going to move them up to assist, if they were one square back, you still could have moved them up to assist, but you don't now. You've got to make extra dodges that you didn't have to before.
They could have even been.
They could be like 4 squares back. Yeah, they've got so much movement. They could be so much back. So
and use that to hide the intent that you were going for.
Yeah, exactly.
Made it think you were playing a bit more defensively, and then it's like, haha!
You know,
block. Good start.
That's a great start.
Very good start. Excellent.
I'm not going to do a Joe Bazza impression, but you can imagine him being like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
That was. Did you go Irish for that?
I think I did, but all my accents go Irish. Clearly,
Is that the only accent you can do? Is Irish?
Pretty much. Well, I can do
Okay.
pikey. It's about it.
What the hell's pikey?
It's not in English. It's not Irish. It's just pikey.
What's pikey?
10 points for everyone who gets that reference.
I'm going to Google this. P-I-K-E? Pikey with a Y at the end accent. The Pikey Caravan Snatch. From a movie?
It is from a movie.
There's more aggressive blocks to come down. A 1 die, paying off.
Pikeys are jippos, basically.
What's a jippo?
You know what a gypsy is?
Oh, that's an offensive term. So no.
Yeah, yes. Gypsy is free-roaming people that don't have a home. They travel across the land.
Okay, but I've never heard them referred to as
Pikeys.
jippo before.
Really? So common.
Never. Dodgy away, running away. That elf will live yet another day. Or at least a turn.
Well, this is brave.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to these blocks. But you never know, they could just be double skull, which would be wonderful.
This is the thing with elves, is like, particularly like the lineman. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it, but the lineman on the left wing.
Tariq?
Elrahir? No, Elrahir.
Who?
5 SPP.
Oh, he's
on the line.
The actual lineman on the Elven team.
Yes, sorry, on the Elven team.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be in those tackle zones. Should just dodged away.
Yeah.
I can understand keeping the one next to the War Dancer, because maybe you don't want the War Dancer to get punched. But it's probably going to happen anyway.
Probably going to happen. Just a push, though.
No, the War Dancers are the most survivable pieces, so...
Yeah, with Blodge by default, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like your little scuff, like, yeah, it's good.
It is, considering, like, my flesh golems are 10k cheaper and they have strength 4 and stand firm. That's it. If you've got a Blodge, Leap, Edge 4 player, ugh, it's just filthy. What I would give for a bit of Blodge. And this is a problem. I can understand wanting to tie up the Crocs, but Mighty Blow is not going to pair well with that, with Armor 7. I'd force him to make the blitz with this Croc. Just run away from the Crocs, and if he blitzes, we blitzes.
That's the thing. If you have Mighty Blow on Armor 7, you'll need to roll the 7, and as we all know, 7 is the most common result.
Oh, I hate this so much. Well, at least you got it in early.
I got it in early, and plenty more to come.
Oh, God.
There you go, the skinks. I just got a message off of Adam right now saying, I face-palmed. Good to know.
Oh.
Comes the blitz on the War Dancer. No, not the War Dancer. I misread that.
Much like my game today, showing that Armor 7 can survive quite well. Not bitter or anything. Honest. She really wants to commit to tying up this Croxigal.
Indeed. I mean, it is a journeyman. So,
Yeah.
not like she cares if they die. As much as if it was a normal player.
One square
She
away
had to
from
go for the
scoring.
pass. Remember, it is very sunny, so it's a -1 to all pass he rolls. Because of the sunshine.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, earlier, I don't know why, I confused Very Sunny with Sweltering Heat, and I was just like, oh, well, if loads of players go off, it's fine. No, it's only going to hinder the elves.
Sweltering Heat
That was my mistake.
It makes everything look very red, and there's a little...
Yes, it's like a thermometer, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot. I don't know why, I just assumed it was Sweltering
Oh
Heat.
my!
This is going very well.
This is going exceptionally. And no Apothecary, so that Saurus is gone. The aggressive Wood Elves against Lizardmen paying off.
A part of me is concerned, Because this could teach Aurora very bad habits and think this is the norm. Because breaking armor 8 doesn't happen at the armor 9. It doesn't happen at the best of times. So to get 2 that early on might make you believe that you can bash as elves, especially with elves, and you cannot. I hope she doesn't get into the bad habit of thinking she can just punch her way through every fight, or at least throughout the season. Maybe in this game.
Maybe in this game.
And she can punch another Saurus, and she can do it with a War Dancer. So,
how is me saying I'm excited to see how this continues sound anything like me saying Alexa? How?
Oh,
block.
Maybe a dodge away, perhaps.
Yep, you called it. Nailed it.
See, I'd be very tempted to have dodged that War Dancer sort of into the opposing half. It would have been an extra dodge, an extra 2+, I suppose. But you've only really got Skinks there that can do anything. Saurus can't dodge away. So if you've tied them up like you have done, they can't do anything.
It's going to be a handoff.
You definitely want to score.
Passing. It's going to hold the ball. You would assume that if Aurora was going to go for that handoff, she'd move closer, which she did.
Yes, which is fair enough.
There we go, moving on. Come on.
I would definitely try and score with these War Dancers. You do want to give them some extra skills. Although, to be honest, I don't actually know. I've never really thought how to level up War Dancers because I don't really play with elves. And, you know, everybody always goes for, like, bark and dodge. I suppose jump up would be the obvious solution in my eyes, but bar that, don't know.
Maybe some extra ball handling stuff just to make it even more secure. Maybe
catch.
There's a steal?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't think do they have access to passing? I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know.
I imagine they have general and agility, would be my basic guess. I shall have a look.
I would have a look. But I cannot be bothered. Also, I don't know where I would look.
Fumble's a great place to find out the basic rosters.
Fumble?
Fumble, yes. A very famous online sort of 2D client that you can play Blood Bowl through for free.
Oh, interesting.
It's not particularly pretty, but it does the job. There's a lot of good players on there. It's been around for years.
You're doing it. I don't need to worry about
it. Yes, they have access to general and agility. So,
well,
jump up would always be the first for me. I'd probably go catch, you know.
Catch would be good, and then maybe passing on one as well. But then
Catch
you want the further up, so.
Diving tackle is another possible one to be annoying, but see, I'm also very wary of leveling up. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. You want to level up your War Dancers because they're great pieces, but you're already putting your whole game plan on them doing well already. That it's like, well, if you lose one, that's like all of your SPP gone. So you need to level up some other people to get them surviving.
Does tentacles affect leap?
I'm not 100% sure because I think it specifically says if you make a dodge.
Oh my days. Another armor break. It's just a stun, but another armor break. And Dokul saying strip ball. Yeah, of course, that's a great skill to get.
Oh yeah. Definitely only War Dancers.
It's about strip ball.
Yeah, jump up, strip ball.
Marv would probably advertise kick.
Not on a War Dancer, but definitely on an elf team.
No, because if you put kick on a war, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't take it. But I'm saying, am I right in saying that if you have a player with kick, it doesn't matter where they're set up, they will do the kick?
That is true, but the kicking player doesn't gain any benefit.
No, that's what I'm saying. You probably wouldn't put it on a War Dancer.
No, you wouldn't. I think Jamie's getting re-nuffled from last week. I'd not to be biased, but I'm happy to see it. I always like to see lizards not do well.
Thanks. After the crazy... Oh, rolled a 1 there, though. After the crazy amounts of SPP you got last game, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not unhappy is all I mean.
And this is a great position, and the question is, I don't know whether I'd stall this out or not. I'd be tempted as Aurora to try and stall this out, purely because you're 2 Saurus up. Well, you're 2 players up. Go beat up those skinks.
Yeah, move all these players up now. The skinks are going to come up, turn around and go for you.
But yeah,
that's the thing. Does Jay Bazza turn around and run at the ball to try and stop the touchdown, which, you know, would make sense? Or is he going to gang up on that lone lineman over there with 5 SPP with 4 skinks?
What I would do is I would take one of the skinks over, probably the one furthest to his touchdown line. Oh, well, Aurora's going to make the decision for him.
And down they go. There's an armor break. They are stunned, and that's the end of that quandary.
Tentacles does affect leap. Can confirm.
It does.
Yes. When a player attempts to dodge or leap away from...
Ah, so he just says dodge.
So I knew it specified the word dodge, but it also specifies leap.
Excellent.
So you just, whenever you attempt to leave the tackle zone by your own choosing, I think. Except for, I don't know if it works on shadowing. So again, I'm not sure.
Well, that will be interesting.
You see, shadowing, you don't have to make a dodge. So I suspect you might not have to do.
Are you really going to take shadowing on a player that has tentacle, prehensile tail though?
No. What I'm saying is, you were asking if you could leap away from tentacles. Did you mean prehensile tail when you asked me about tentacles?
I meant prehensile tail, yes, sorry.
Ah, okay. Very different. Prehensile tail doesn't affect.
Because the Croxagore has prehensile tail, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're asking me about tentacles. It's like you can't even get mutations.
Did I say tentacles? I apologise, I meant
I feel like you did.
Tail. Sorry.
I don't know why I got so obsessed with tentacles, if not.
Pushing. Will he re-roll? He's probably thinking about it. Takes the push. That skink's probably going to have a bad day.
I'd be well happy as Aurora here. Let's just go punch all these skinks in the face repeatedly.
I know.
Because the thing is, as soon as you score, not only does that Saurus have a chance of coming back, but then you're going to have 3 linemen take a punch. And then you've got to defend for a bunch of turns.
The thing is, there's 4 elves just free to run around because of those stun Saurus from last turn.
And the Saurus are fairly quick. Oh, if this has an armor break.
I'm holding my breath.
Alas.
Oh, I can breathe.
Alas. I know.
Alas. But maybe a stun? I mean, a foul? Question mark?
I think it'd be a bit risky on a Crocs, but you never know.
You could get a lot of your elves over there to support.
It's a big commitment for a foul.
But it will be worth it if it pays off.
True.
Dodge means you're not getting jack from that. The Wood Elves fall down in a spectacular fashion. They do. Oh no. Ooh, lots of double skulls already. Jeez.
That's both of her heroes gone.
Indeed.
And big problem is I don't think she can really cage up this elf. She needs
to go for it now.
Yeah, without a reroll. You don't really want to leave him exposed. She go for it? She does.
Makes it. Good God, they dive over that line.
Really went for it.
Ah! Even scream as they do it.
Dodge!
I get it. I get it.
This is the problem with scoring early. Is J Baz has got plenty of time to score back. And his Saurus came back.
So now you're only
you now. Yeah, so now only 1 player up. You're gonna have 3 linemen take a pounding. And yeah, now you've got to stall it 4 or 5 turns. And Lizards can score in 2 really comfortably because of how far skinks can move.
They can. I am well aware of this fact.
I mean, they can do 1-turn touchdowns relatively easily after a couple of level ups, but
yeah, I've never had that luck, unfortunately.
It's all about surfing. Not surfing, pinballing.
Pinballing, yes.
It's very easy with Lizardmen, actually, because of the Saurus with the strength 4. Means that you can set up quite a nice 1-turn touchdown strategy.
The worst thing about having being a Saurus down, though, is that it's not symmetrical anymore. The internal pain you get from that is so bad.
Well, clearly what you should do is put his Crocs back, pick up the ball with the Crocs, and then what's Aurora going to do?
Yeah, of course. That's the perfect play. 5 turns to score. Here comes the kick, spinny kick. The Wood Elves would like to show off, and an extra reroll for the Sons of Lustria.
That's that fame coming in.
All the way at the back, right next to the skink on 5 SPP.
Perfect.
Couldn't ask for a more perfect ball placement, really. All that could happen.
Another hour raid. It's a shame it's only a stun. I've never wanted a dick on the Lizards more than what's been happening in this game. You are being given a golden opportunity here as Elves.
Yeah, you can just run down there now. No tackle zones in your way either.
Strike.
Going to blitz onto the skink. Makes sense. Dodge, so...
It's perfectly fine. You want to just send people towards this ball now. And to mark up these skinks. Just put as much pressure on as you can.
You can get a lot of Elves through here now.
Yeah, there's a nice gap.
Saurus is not exactly slow, though. Gotta get this quick.
They can catch up, but, you know, sacrifice 1 elf to the Saurus on the right-hand side. Actually, you don't even need to, because he's so far away. So you've got these 2 Saurus that are on the line near the Crocs. You can either put another elf there as a sacrifice.
I'm going for the double mark.
Oh, the Crocs. Wow.
Oh my god, she's not going to go for the punch on the Crocs, is she?
She is. Which is not it's not a bad shout, but I would definitely be putting pressure on the skinks instead.
This could pay off. It could very much pay off. Will we see a little cutscene happen?
I don't know what. Oh, if he doesn't get stunned, he's just going to get up next to 2 elves. Should have put him in the open. Okay, so you've got to be very careful as Elves, because these skinks can really move. If he picks up the ball, hands it off to to Bolt Mar, he can run away with this. I suspect he could make quite a nice cage over here with these Saurus. And I think that's what he's going to do. Go for the handoff. And then he's just going to hide this skink behind this Watersaurus. And now all the elves are out. I've got an outplay catch-up. This is where you got to be so careful against lizards, because they can move just as fast as you can.
Oh. Some things. I can hear you, Tails, yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether I got disconnected for a second.
No,
okay,
I was doing something.
You got awfully quiet.
I apologise.
Okay.
Other things were happening.
So, what the hell's going to do now? Play a game of catch-up, I think.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's skinks though. You've got to be. It's like gutter runners. You've got to be very. You've got to be really respectful of what they can do. And you can get a 2-die onto this skink relatively easily, but you are going to have to make a couple of dodges just to get this sort of assist or cancel out the lizard's assist.
No,
These armor breaks being very
there's more armor breaks on the lizards.
Well, I don't think the elves have even had one. And you've had 1 injured lizard.
They've had 1 stun, I think.
2 stuns, a KO. Crazy.
Yeah. I think 1 stunned Wood Elf was what it was.
Crazy sauce.
That sounds tasty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. War Dancer's just out of range already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Alright. You could blitz this skink with a War Dancer. You'd have to make a dodge. Or you can try and get 2 dice on the Croxagore, and then it's really easy to block this skink. With 2 dice. You want to do it with the War Dancer if you can, just because of that block will make it so much easier to knock that ball out. Pains me to see a War Dancer next to a Saurus. That's asking for pain. That's asking to die.
Run away from the Croxagore.
I'm hoping she doesn't try and blitz with this loner. The one player you don't want to blitz with. So she's probably going to have to make a dodge now somewhere. There we go.
And
that's the problem. Yeah.
That War Dancer fell on their face.
I suspect Joe Bazin might go for a quick score
was
here.
it their face? No, that War Dancer fell on their ass. Sorry. I thought
Either or. Both the same at this point. Now will Jay Bazza go for the score? I wouldn't in his position, because whilst they can score in 2 turns. The risk of getting blitzed by a War Dancer is too great. And then you'll get some more punching done, I'm sure.
Punch.
Yeah,
Punch.
you're gonna get a bunch of punches all over the place, which is gonna be really nice.
Much as I want the Wood Elves to win, I don't care who you are, you like seeing things die.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not your own players.
We need to get this death counter into double digits. We're nearly there.
We're on 8 already. Jeez Louise.
We're on what, game, was it 12, 13? Game 13, I think? And we've already got 8 deaths in League, so... I'm a quarter of them. Says a lot,
I'm
doesn't
also...
it?
I'm a quarter of them, because I've caused one and had one.
Well, I'm technically even more, because I've caused 1 and received 2. Death just surrounds my team.
Well, you are necromantic.
Yeah. The first significant armor break, and it's just a KO.
The skinks are running. Now, Jane will probably go for the quick score here, but he's receiving again. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes to the stall in the second half.
Yeah, he looks like he's building up to stall now. It might. I'd be tempted to score if you knock this War Dancer down, which he doesn't. So he's still got his reroll, but would he stall it?
Oh. No, but he won't make it the first time. Does the second. That's a 1-1.
The salt would have been real if he failed that. Yeah, if he failed that, the salt would have been real, I feel.
One. It's a tied game once more.
Indubitably. The Lizard's still a player down. The Saurus down, in fact.
Yes.
Clearly it wasn't even worth buying that extra Saurus. He's just gone down again.
Yes. At least he won't have to replace him.
This is true. Wasn't the one with SPP either, so... I mean, with Armor 7, I would very much be looking to level up that one Saurus.
Give me a blizzard, or sweltering heat. Give me a blizzard, or sweltering heat. I love those weather effects. Give me one of them, please.
Jay Bazza did level up his 3 SPP skink, though. As we predicted.
So, 1 down.
1 down.
2 to go. Just need a pass with the ore. And another touchdown with Callus. Maybe even an injury with Callus. It's possible.
I mean, it's not too difficult. You're against that. You're just hitting armor 7. Oh, you just need an extra assist is all compared to normal.
Yeah.
Or compared to agility 3.
I've just noticed the Lizardmen kit. What the hell is that? It's hideous.
The kit?
Zebra print?
Is it black and white by any chance? Yes.
Zebra print, ew.
I feel like all of J-Baz's teams were either black or white or both. Or grey. Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. No colour, no flavour.
They've got blue skin. I mean, they've got to offset that somehow, surely.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed you can't change the skin colour of players. It'd be great to have
because there are models in the game with them. Because some of the star players have them. Like I know there's a star player skink that's red with black eyes.
I suppose that's where all that's gone.
Yeah.
In the original Blood Bowl, I'm pretty sure you could colour things a bit more than just.
Quick snap. I didn't say Alexa.
You definitely did. Quick snap is definitely Alexa.
Stupid thing.
I would definitely be moving all of my players out of these tackle zones, but Aurora's going for the bash option.
I mean, it's worked so far. Why not, right?
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna get a free block on these Saurus, the ones on the wings, then fine.
Yeah, and it's with war dancers, so
yeah,
not as risky.
These are the line elves should run away as fast as they can.
Swim away, Fugu fish, swim away.
But apparently not. Now she can quite easily score. I would make one of these blocks, get the Saurus down, run the rest of your players up, because it's only a pass. It's probably an easy pass at best.
Yeah, you can score. You can
very comfortably. So you could quite easily now. There's 4 free linemen. Put all of them in scoring range, and J-Baz is gonna struggle to mark them all reliably.
That's not scoring range.
That's not scoring range, no. And I definitely would have done the move. Ooh, did a little dance on my screen.
The same for me. Do a little dance.
Oh.
Make it a little. Get down tonight. Going to build a cage on the side, are we?
Oh, that would be brave.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. My plan would definitely be leave this lineman with the ball, sort of where they are roughly. Send all your players deep. He can't mark them all, or even if you can mark them all, you'll be able to free up one of them, and then run down and pass it. It'll be like a 2+ pass into a 2+ catch.
Maybe move up the lineman a little bit more for free. Just a touch. Not all the way into the enemy half, keep it in your own half, but moving up somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 7 movement, and you get +1 to the pass if you're within 4 squares.
It is -1. It is -1 because it's very sunny, though. So.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Maybe that's what she's concerned about.
Which would make it, 3+ pass?
I think so. No reroll. It's not the hardest thing in the world, though, really.
She's got to put someone in scoring range this turn.
Goes for the pass now.
You see, you've got to put somebody in scoring range first, because now she just flat out can't score. Yeah. Whereas if you put somebody up there, at least you could try and recover it and pass next turn, even if you do drop it like now. Whereas now it's just an impossibility. So I think that's where this is where I was saying that I think her experience with elves might come to bite her. Because now there's a potentially surfable lineman for next turn, and a lot of punching is going to come through. I mean, even the lizards can score at this stage.
Oh lordy, don't say that.
Well, they can.
I know, but I don't want to think about that.
If J-Baz is sensible, he'll clear a path and send. He'll do what the elves should have done: send 2 skinks running in scoring range, and then you can go for some crazy pass. You try and do it with that skink that needs the 1 SPP.
You could even call them a squad of some kind. Do you think? Skinks, maybe a.
Oh yeah, the skink team. Yeah, the skink team. Yeah.
No. I think squad works better.
The Croc squad.
And then maybe skink squad, and then maybe give them a number equivalent to what you most likely to roll on 2d6. Which is a 7. Make Skink Squad 7!
I hate you. I suspect Adam should be doing some more face palming later.
Look, I had to set it up. I had to do it.
I know, and it hurt me that you felt compelled to do so. You should be ashamed of yourself, really.
I will never be ashamed of anything that I ever do. Dodge coming in handy.
Hello. Works out. Does have a reroll though, so that's not the craziest thing in the world.
Here comes the stun. Goes for the pickup. We'll have to do the go for it, yes?
7, 8. Nah, he doesn't have to do it this turn. It'd be an unnecessary risk this turn, I think, because you wouldn't really gain much from it. He's going to have to do a go for it to score.
Yes,
for sure. Okay. I think that was brave of J Bazard to reroll that. I would have taken the down, just because that reroll might be important for that GFI that you need.
This steal is going to be incredibly important if it goes through, because then he's going to be 2-1 up and receiving.
And I understand that, you know, I don't want to lose the tackle zones on the elves because then they can just run at me and punch me for free. But on the flip side, they're elves. They're dodging on 2s anyway.
To be fair, there is actually just a free elf anyway.
Exactly, so even if that guy had gone down, there would still be a free elf. There still could be a potential blitz on your skink.
Yeah, no dodge required, just run him round and give him a push backwards, and that's going to be tricky to get out of.
I think what I would do if I was Aurora is probably what it looks like she's going to do. Free up this War Dancer and punch with the War Dancer.
That makes more sense.
And when you punch, push him backwards, because then he has to make 2 go for it.
Go
even
around.
if you just hold the ball.
Go around the skink.
Yeah.
Push him away from the touchdown line.
Because it's amazing, and I do it quite a lot as well, is I'll put somebody sort of within scoring range, but within 2 GFIs.
Oh. Okay, well.
And then you get pushed and you're like, oh, now I physically cannot score. There we go, so you got the push. Now she can get another block on this skink, which is nice. I would definitely go for it.
Yes.
Because that might happen.
My game keeps freezing.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh, it doesn't matter if it crashes this time, because I'm not streaming this. Gets the down, though.
And this is where I'd be like, good golly gosh, wouldn't it be great if I had somebody downfield to pass and score with?
Oh, dear.
Well, when you roll 1s, it doesn't really matter. Oh. Lizard's still able to score.
They are just about able to, but it will require a pass.
Yes, it would require a pass. I'm trying to work out what the best way to do this would be. Moving swiftly on. Freeing up the procs.
I wouldn't. Sorry.
No, don't be. I would definitely. I think the only way that you could free the standing skink, I can't really see a good way to pinball that skink out. J-Baz, I might have seen one.
It passes.
Yeah, brave to do it with the Crocs because Bone had failed, but nonetheless. So I think you run the skink that can score into the end zone now, because I think whilst the pass is much harder, I think it's easier than catching it in 2 tackle zones. And now this other skink's got to do some work.
Let's see how this goes. It's a dodge pickup in a tackle zone, but it doesn't care because stunty. So a dodge, a pickup, bit more moving, and a pass.
Yeah, it's not business. It's not nice. It's a 3+ pass, 3+ dodge. But you've got dodge, But it's the 4+ pickup that's the concern. There you go. Not the easiest thing.
No.
And then you'd have to pass it with Stunty, and it would be like a 5+ pass. Not impossible, but tricky. 1-1 into the second half.
Lizards will receive.
Yes. And the Elves need to steal this, really. The Lizards get to play their game. It will not go well.
That was a very quick setup from the Wood Elves.
Yes, well...
I wasn't even ready.
Well, you've certainly got your wish.
Yes! Oh, the weather outside is frightful. And the sources are delightful. It is, yes. And if we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. And I don't know the words after that one, so that's...
Oh, and it begins.
It has finally happened.
It's impressive they have lasted to the second half without an injury.
It is.
It's just... I think that's like
their
third armor break.
I can't believe it actually snowed. Sorry, I'm just like, wow, it did it.
I don't know if the Elves will be happy about this. It's like, yay, we can pass again, but now we can't go for it quite as well. It is just, yes, you can't pass it as far either in Blizzards, can you? Short and quick passes only.
Yeah, that's it. So short and quick passes only, and GFIs
are a 1 and a 2, which is scary.
Yeah. It goes from that nice, comfortable green 86% to that kind of dangerous 67.
Threatening the war dancer. Will he try and make a pass to level up this one? No, he won't, because he's already moved him. Never mind.
I think he's going to try and give it to Callus, get the more, I would say, in quotation marks, easier level up.
Yes. I mean, leveling up 2 skinks in one game is still pretty good. You can't really complain. And you've always got that pass option. You can always do a vanity... Thing is, as well, actually, like, we're talking about doing a pass now. You can always do a vanity pass towards the end of the game.
That's true.
You know. That's the time. I always think, oh, I've got 5 SPP, I should pass at the beginning. No, I guess you should always pass towards the end if you can get away with a vanity pass. Screeny lizards. Teaching the elves how to do it. UK weather in a nutshell, Anacol says. Yes.
No,
gone from very sunny to blizzard in a second.
We don't get the snow. We just get the cold.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's the same kind of snow that's on the screen. It's like it's kind of there, but it's not really settling. It's not really doing anything. It's just in the way.
Yeah, it's in the way.
It's just like forming a nice slush. It's making it extra slippy for everybody, but it's not actually settled enough to do anything.
Yeah, no. What it settles on is your clothes. You're like stupid snow. And you're always wearing black stuff as well. Oh, another armor break on the Saurus. I'm having flashbacks to my game against Figgy last season. It was more deadly than this one has been, but still, the armor breaks are insane.
But it's coming from Elves. It's like, what is going on? They've obviously been practicing their judo kicks since last week, these Elves. Just hitting the Saurus's weak spots. Just below the jaw. That war dancer wants to say hello to that Saurus.
That war dancer wants to die.
I mean, he doesn't seem to have any eyes, so maybe he just didn't see him. It is brave. I want to see this other war dancer blitz this one skink. I want to see some blitzes on skinks, damn it.
Blitz, Dad, skink. Probably gonna do the Saurus though, but blitz the skink.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, get a block. Oh my god, it's like it's a good tactic.
Neurovipers is KO'd. Oh my god. And you can mark the other skink as well.
Or put yourself in. This is how not to mark as Elves. Put yourself in very much punching range of several strength 4 dudes. I'm quite keen to see the number of blocks sustained by the lizards and how many armor breaks, because it does feel like it's almost like every other one, which is impressive for armor 9.
Yeah.
Mighty blow coming into effect.
Whoosh! Yes, only needing to roll a 7, the most common number on 2d6. Oh, here they come now. Fast and furious. 2 in a row.
Still be pretty happy
stunned.
with just a stun though.
Galadriel. Where's Celebrimbor? Got all these owls, but not Celebrimbor.
Oh,
no, he's there. There he is. At the back. Okay. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected.
And this is the other problem with marking with elves specifically, is that if J-Maz is sensible and just leaves the scorers where they are, that forces Aurora to make the dodges. Now, yes, they are 2+. Yes, she has re-rolls, but it's forcing dice rolls that didn't necessarily need to be made. The one saving grace is she might be able to at least block these. One, possibly both of them out of the way. But again, it's blocks. More dice. More risk.
You don't want to roll dice in Blood Bowl.
No, you don't. You want to
it doesn't
roll
matter
as
what
few
you're
as
doing,
possible.
you don't want to roll. No, to be fair, the only dice you want to roll in Blood Bowl is when you're playing the tabletop version and you have to roll your opponent's armor dice.
Yes.
That's the only time you want to be rolling dice in Blood Bowl.
Hopefully from like failed dodges and go for it that they've made, so you haven't even had to knock them down, they're just injuring themselves.
Hmm.
Oh, there goes a reroll.
Skulls. Dodge. Again, Blodge is just so good.
It is very strong.
It's a mighty skill.
We've always got a real problem here.
Combination.
Stopping this skink.
Yeah, what can you do? I mean, you could...
You've got to leap in a war dancer.
You got to leap over a war dancer, really.
You've got
Hang on. One.
Thranduil. It's probably the only... What you want to do is you want to get Thranduil to leap in to the most dangerous place in the world and punch that skink.
What you could do with Thranduil is, and this is risky, but you start where he is. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you place yourself at the top next to the Saurus.
Okay.
And you can leap 2 in any direction, can't you?
Yep.
So you go down 1,
Yeah.
Down 1 and right 1, and then right 1 more to that square.
Yeah.
And
The problem with that is you've taken what 6-7 move. Leap does count towards your movement, so you're making 2 go for it's there, which are on 3 pluses.
Yeah,
of the blizzard.
It's tricky.
What you want to do is now that she's marked up these players, she can comfortably leap between the Saurus and the Skink, which is what she's going to do, and then punch from that direction. And what you want to do is not fail the leap. What you want to do
That's
first.
step 1.
And then step 2 is if you don't knock them down, is to push them backwards, because at least that might force a go for it, which is now a 3+. And then you want to get some other elves running back in case this ball does go haywire.
Which
Brave.
But foolish! And then they die. I should have done the block with the war dance. I get why they didn't, but should have.
Especially if you're going to put the poor elf next to this lizardman.
Eladin is regretting signing up for the Wayward Way Watchers.
I'm surprised anyone else ever signed up. See, I would definitely put at least 1 player within scoring range for Wayward Way Watchers, just in case. If you can get the ball off them, try and get a quick counter score, because that would be pretty devastating.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The thing is, Jamie doesn't want to score early. Because it will in most likelihoods get returned and then it'll be a draw. Wants to win. You want to win games of poop.
Is that what we're doing? Ah, I've been doing it wrong.
I've been doing it colossally wrong. My new season goal is to score a touchdown.
Fine goal you have there, sir. Be a shame if something were to happen to it.
You're not in my division, so you can say that.
I have faith. I really do.
Gotta have faith.
Oh. Nice aggressive with the crocs.
Push.
Great positioning there, though, because if he does try and stall with this skink, prehensile tail might come into issue there.
Definitely.
And Aurora could forget about that. Easily done?
I think it does show up, though. It does affect the percentage that pops up for you.
It does, but it's very easy to... It depends on what kind of player you are, but like somebody like me, for instance, because I tend to know usually what the percentages are anyway, or the dice rolls, is I don't necessarily double check what pops up, which is a fatal flaw, because the amount of times that has screwed me, where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to move here, and then I've accidentally made a dodge when I didn't mean to.
Or you're like Jay Bazza was last season with his ogres, where diving tackle nearly gave him a heart attack.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, as well, is it doesn't show you... I don't think it shows you...
It doesn't, because it's a skill that you have to choose to use.
Yeah, so easily forgotten. Oh, I like this.
The moral of the story here is, pay attention.
I like this. You can stall from this position now, a little bit.
Definitely. Which, again, would not surprise me if that was Jay Bazza's trying to do, because there's no reason not to, really. He has a huge advantage in terms of strength and being able to just deny movement. But the elves are slippery, but again, as you said earlier, it's more dice rolls, and you don't want to roll dice in Blood Bowl. That elf, however, is going to have a bad day.
No one's died yet.
Not a very bad day, or even a kind of bad day, just a mildly bad day.
Lying down, face down, with snow on your back.
Eladin's going down to Surf City.
I'm sure he can escape quite comfortably.
Me too, but
where are these
like
that. One there. I've got a reroll. Can comfortably blitz this skink again. You can put this skink in a very dangerous position, actually. If you blitz from the right direction. Prehensile tails fails.
Blitz, prehensile tails. That. There's the down.
That's what you need.
Skink is also down.
The armor break's great. Now what you want to do is get some tackle zones on the wall and stop these other skinks picking it up. That was brave. That was brave to go with it with the War Dancer. I understand why you might want the War Dancer to have it, but if that had failed, the rest of your team's horribly out of position.
And they're just going to leave them.
Surely not. Surely you're going to try and protect this War Dancer a little bit.
Because from this position, all J-Bazza has to do is... It's risky because of the bonehead. There's a failed dodge. Doesn't go for the reroll. I was going to say you just go for the block on... I'm waiting for the turnover to end. El Hero over on the right-hand side, and then blitz with Horus.
Would be a go for it if you did the blitz with Horus, though. Which is now a 3+.
True.
What you could do, you've got a Saurus right next to the War Dancer. What I'd do is I'd
mark out. I'm dumb. I forget marking.
Yeah, I just mark out the loner, block with that Saurus that's within range, and you've also got now after that failed dodge, you've now got a free Saurus and a free skink. So even if the first block fails, get one of the skinks to blitz them. You could probably quite easily get another 2-die block. So you've got 2 chances. You've got your normal block followed by a blitz. That's 2 chances to knock down a War Dancer. Pretty nice. If J-Baz is clever here, which I hope he is he might position that skink so that he'll put the War Dancer against the line if he blocks twice. So he's going to use the blitz here instead, which means he's only going to have 1 chance to knock down this War Dancer.
Going for some other blocks first.
Not sure I would do that.
I get you want to injure, but I wouldn't. The ball is...
I think he wants to get the prehensile tail on the ball here. Yes, so that if this block fails, you've got the Crocs there. See, as the block doesn't come through. Now the reroll decision.
Does.
Big decision.
Reroll pays off. No armor break, and the ball is on the edge, and there's a skink ready to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Score with no go for it.
Now, how risky does J-Bazza play here? Because he could put this skink on the ball, not pick it up, and then pick it up with the other skink that is next to the Crocs to then score and level that skink up. Then you'd have 2 leveled up skinks. So do you commit? And it looks like he's going commit to at least picking up the ball. Now would he score?
You've got to go for the touchdown, right? There you go. Yeah.
I think if you picked it up at that point, you do, yes.
But this leaves plenty of time for a return from the Widows.
It does. It does.
So it could be a toy. Oh no! I hope the blizzard doesn't go away. No, I hope the blizzard goes away and gets replaced with sweltering.
Yes. I'm glad we thought the same thing.
Yes. Have all the weather. We don't like nice weather, it's boring. The skink does not come back.
Alex says he's not sure who he wants to win more. Or he's not sure who he wants to lose more. He's torn. I think you've got to want the Lizards to lose because everybody wants the underdog. And the Wood Elves, in this case, are the underdog.
Indeed. Who got the injury?
They're a man up, which is amazing. I'm still shocked that playing Bashy Wood Elves and you're a man up. It's impressive. Bashy Wood Elves with no skills as well, might I add. If you had dodge everywhere, I'd be like, yeah, fine. Okay, I understand why you've not been hurt, but...
Fresh. It
is nothing short of a miracle.
I was going to say fresh lime and bash, so yeah. Because like, the War Dancers have skills which are very useful. Oops. No rerolls left though for J-Bazza. Just the one on the other side. It will be interesting to see if that affects the turns that are coming up. I don't know why I said it in that voice, but I did.
Can I have divot back, please?
Pardon?
Can I have divot back, please? I don't know who it's been replaced by, but...
He is currently occupied in a different portion of the brain matrix.
Brain rate, okay.
I wanted it to sound like a bit creepy, but also something believable. So,
brain matrix. Yourself, to be honest.
That is wow. Or not.
Most welcome.
Thanks. Big on thought.
I shall not. I shall remain. Much like a lettuce, I shall remain. What? Remain lettuce? Never mind.
Nope.
Moving swiftly on. My awful puns. These such brave.
Kick the ball. Brilliant coaching for the Sons of Lustria, so they get a reroll back, and the ball is deep. Gonna have to send someone backwards for that.
It's balls deep, you could say.
More bashy wood elves coming in here. Just a push.
No, surf him! Surf him!
Surf him!
You've got this lizard on the other side, and I was just looking, I was like, well, you could surf him, but it would be effort, but it would be a big commitment. But you could surf this other lizard. He's got 5 SPP as well, it'd be great to surf him.
And then he dies.
Oh, could you imagine?
I can, and I'm having wet dreams about that right now.
Moving swiftly on.
I may entertain myself.
Please don't, not on stream. That's quite inappropriate.
See, I thought about making that joke, but I didn't. And then you did it. Bells the pickup goes for the reroll. Makes sense. You are in a kind of a turn pickle.
This is why you need to move people before you do all this risky stuff.
And the turn is over.
Yes. And the lizards can get the ball.
The skinks are ready to pounce.
Yeah, they can at least mark the ball.
They can mark it very easily.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd do the go for it necessarily.
You need to get it down here, and they do.
I mean, Aurora hasn't got any rerolls, so even making that a 3+ or a 4+ pickup is massive.
These elves have backflips for days.
Yeah, they're such show-offs, aren't they? But I don't like elves, they're too fancy.
Apart from the dark elves. The dark elves are not fancy.
They're just fancy and leather, that's all they are.
Oh, okay. They're just gimpy.
Yeah, yeah. Must be why Aramis likes them. Moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
To be fair, whilst it's nice that the lizards can get on the ball, I suppose there isn't any rush. Not looking to score. Although another 3-1 score would be great for the lizards. That would put them in such a strong start to the season.
No. Don't say it or it might actually happen. And I don't want that. No one wants that.
Oh.
Oh.
Long distance blitz. I mean, we're all the way from downtown.
From downtown? Yes, that's what they need though.
And really go for the pickup. No, just marking it. If he's done this sensibly, he'll go for the pickup with the 4 SPP guy.
Yes. Even though it is a go for it.
Might be worth the risk.
You did get a reroll as well.
Yeah, but it's going to be a 3+ go for it with a 4+ pickup. It's quite a risk. Whereas now you're forcing the wood elves to make the risks, which is always good, because then if they roll a 1 or fail something, then
they can't reroll.
Well, they not only can't reroll, but then you're pretty open. And there's enough Saurus standing around free that they can come help this situation next turn. There's no rush for the lizards.
Like how Tybalt has run off.
Yeah, he's not taking part in this game anymore.
Never stun. Just stuns. I think Jamie will be most displeased about this fact.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't got any SPP on his lizard. I think he's got 1.
2.
Yeah, he's got 2 on one of the lizards. I can't remember who it was.
It was either Falcus or
GRUMBBL.
GRUMBBL. What are these bloody names?
I think they're 40k related. I think they're all names of the original Horus. Sons of Horus, Legion from 40k. but I don't know. I don't know enough about the lore to know the name specifically, and that's the problem you have here.
Oh no!
Well, that skink's just leveled up. I couldn't really go any better. Now you go score with the other one. That's 3 leveled up skinks in a game. You can't really moan about that.
And yeah, that's that. That's the
yeah.
5 SPP one. And the 5 SPP one is right next to the ball. It could
That's what I mean. Yeah. Blitz this lineman with one of your Saurus. If you want to be brave, do it with your 5 SPP Saurus.
Yeah,
and then go score. And then it's going to be a comfortable 3-1, which is a shame. I felt like the Elves had a real good chance. They looked strong. Just a few mistakes here and there has cost them.
And now
the end is near.
That should be our swan song for every match. When we get to turn 16, that just starts playing.
For a second, I thought he was going to try the pickup with the Saurus, and I was like, well, that's a good way of leveling up a Saurus. To be honest, it's not the worst idea in the world when you've got 3 turns left and you're pretty comfortable.
It's a hard pickup, though.
Oh, yeah, it's a 6.
You want to get the... you want to do it on the skink.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you need to level up the skink as well.
Elrond is KO'd before the hit even landed. Beautiful.
There we go. He doesn't even need to score, but he will.
Yeah, there's his touchdown, and that's another level up on a skink.
3 leveled up skinks, you can't really. Told you, this lizard team is scary now.
I can complain. I have to play them next week.
Depends what it goes for the skinks. Because skinks only have access to agility, don't they? So I'm not really sure what you... Sidestep's a common one. Jump up's a common one. Diving tackle. Nothing too deadly for you to worry about.
Yeah, but I just...
They don't get sure hands, do they? Well, sorry, they don't get general.
Yeah,
they get general?
They get general on edge.
They get general? Oh, that makes them so powerful.
I'm pretty sure they get general, because I usually give my skinks sure hands, like, as one of the early rolls, and I'm not risking...
No, they do. They just have agility. That's good.
They just have edge?
Yeah, they just have edge.
Oh, I guess I just...
Because otherwise you'd have blodge skinks straight away every time. Because that would make them horrific. Which is why... Because usually with stunty linemen only have access to agility. Like goblins, halflings...
Sweltering heat. Sweltering heat. It probably won't make a difference, but sweltering heat. Was that a 2-turn touchdown as well?
Maybe 3. Yeah, no, I think it was. I think he had 5 turns left. I think.
Yeah.
5 turns left at the setup, so it took them 3 to score. Yeah.
Which is including the steal, so not bad.
It's great. Yeah. Now the Widows can score 2 touchdowns, but you've got to really play for it, and I'm not sure Aurora is.
High kick. This will help.
It will.
That's the catch, which will help even more.
I mean, if she could at least get another touchdown with the I was going to say with the player with 3 SPP that scored, but I can't find them.
It's the one who has the ball.
Oh, that'll be why. Yeah, if you get a touchdown with him, then it'll be worth it, otherwise.
Nope, going for the handoff for the War Dancer.
Completely understandable.
This War Dancer is going to get swarmed with skinks.
Yeah, she does need to defend him. You want to put him up and you want to put the other War Dancer next to him just to make assists difficult.
Thranduil.
And careful thinking is going to be needed here.
Take your time. You have a minute and a half.
And this is one of the things, because these skinks can move so far and they can all touch this War Dancer all over the place. Generally speaking, a word of advice: don't put your guys 1 square away from the touchdown zone, because all J Bazza needs to do now is, put a skink straight in front of him and blitz the War Dancer towards the touchdown zone, and suddenly you've got to run along the touchdown zone, along the sideline, which is really difficult. Whereas if you're a bit more infield, you can dodge. You've got a lot more places to dodge and a lot more options.
Indeed.
So in this kind of situation where it wouldn't really matter being a square in, I would generally advise. I mean, Jay Bazza at this point probably doesn't even care if the Wood Elves score. It'll affect his goal difference, sure, but it's not exactly detrimental to the overall league. I hope we see a leap.
Leap.
I know it's a 3+.
Leap. Leapy, leapy, leap.
What I would do, just out of sheer balls to the wall, is you've obviously got dodge, so make dodges where you can, and then as soon as you use up dodge, then leap.
I mean, what you actually do here is you blitz with the assisting the war dancer next to him, one of the skink directly in front, get him out the way, and then just run up.
Yeah, but that's far more boring. We want to see a leaping score here.
We want to see a leap, but I think Aurora just wants to score.
I want to see a leaping score here so bad.
It's not. I don't think it's going to happen.
All I want from this season, and I missed the Kislev game, and I know that they scored some touchdowns, but I didn't see, so therefore it doesn't count.
You saw a leaping touchdown.
Was that a dodging Saurus?
It was a dodging Saurus.
My eyes deceive me.
Maybe a misclick, but misclick. But we saw a crazy jumping touchdown with a danceable.
Oh, we did!
On the last turn of the game.
Oh, blitzing with the war dancer. Oh, no! See, this is why the dodges would have been better. They have a reroll automatically.
Salt in the wound. Salt in the wound. Out goes the ball and it flies away.
The one saving grace here.
Flies away.
What the hell?
Flies away. Fly again. Flies away. It's gonna fly again. Oh my god.
Apparently the crowd wanted to join in. They were not entertained enough with this game.
To be fair, it's still possible to score.
Yes, I was going to say.
It's harder, but it's possible.
Yeah, she's now got 2 people within scoring range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throw-ins.
Now, the one problem that she's got is that she can't do long passes. Only short and quick. So you've got to make clever use of handoffs here and not roll a 1, which has not been going well so far. Oh.
Interesting that Jay Baz is moving them all over there.
I think he just doesn't want them to get punched because he doesn't want any of them to take injuries, is my guess, because they've all leveled up.
Yeah, the pass is unlikely. It just makes it easier if it does happen to go through, but then the Saurus is going to go for the mark anyway.
Well, so I suspect these Saurus are going to blitz this war dancer, I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, blitz for the Croxagore, maybe.
Or if he gets the Croxagore next to the war dancer, it would have been...
I would even blitz for the Croxagore.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, going the other way. Never mind. I was wrong. Punch! KO.
Well, that's definitely going to make it difficult to score. Oh, the vanity pass.
God.
I like what he was going for.
That'll make it easier to score.
Yeah, only just.
Being helpful and also dick at the same time. That pretty much sums him up.
It's not the easiest ball to get to. And I don't think... Unless you can clear out Tarek in the middle. Which she's not going for, so she's going to try and free up this war dancer, but I fear that she might have forgotten that you can't do long passes. And therefore, even if she frees up this war dancer, nobody's going to be able to pick up the ball and pass it that far.
Yeah.
What she needed to do, I think, is clear Tarek, who's like on the sort of halfway line on his own. Try and clear him out with like a couple of linemen, and then you've got a lineman that can then pick up the ball, pass it half the way, pass it to the war dancer possibly, and then run it in, or the alternative being if you get somebody close enough, and I didn't quite see where they started, might be able to pass the full distance, but certainly not now. Unless she's just going for injuries, which she might. She might have given up on the whole hope of scoring.
Possible.
Thing is, as well, is that if she's going to go for the pass, I mean, it doesn't matter, I suppose, she hasn't got any rerolls, but she's doing it with a loner. No, just some punching.
Yep.
Well, that will be it. Oh, foul with a loner. Oh! Well.
Almost. Well, that's
that. Is it. Another victory for the Lizards.
3-1, and the Soros got MVP and leveled up.
Oh, and the loner got MVP for...
Oh, that's
There is nothing more bitter. There's not a more bitter pill to swallow than a star player or a lineman, a loner, getting an MVP. Ugh.
29 blocks to 51. 3 KOs, 2 injuries on the 51 blocks to 2 KOs and 1 injury on the 29, which is, I guess, about right. Half the blocks made and you get half the amount of results, pretty much.
How many blocks did Weight Watchers make?
51 for the Sons of Lustria and 29 for the Feywood Weight Watchers. Only one bonehead the entire game as well. 14 rolls, only one.
That's insane. Oh, that's bare levels of BS.
Sons of Lustria only failed 1 pickup, 1 go for it, a couple of dodges, but one was with a Saurus.
The rolls are pretty good, considering.
Yeah, pretty even spread. More 3s, and if that was pretty even. The block dice were actually really heavy on the skulls, but just not when they need them.
Yeah, but looking at it, there's only a single roll, a single block roll the entire game that Jay Bazza got a turnover for. Where he took them both down. Everything else was a push or a doubt. So this is one of those things where you've got to be careful with these dice because, yes, 25 skulls, but if the other option's a POW, the skulls, they don't mean anything. Yeah.
Feywood Weight Watchers failing 4 dodges of 15. 5 catches to 3. Only failing 1 pickup, failing both passes though.
Generally a lot lower percentages, but a lot fewer rolls, you know. Failing 1 leap and succeeding 1, 50% is low for a leap. It should be like 66, but when you've only made 2, you know, it's a bit of a skewed result. But, yeah, the dodge is perhaps a little low. Could be better.
I wonder if Aurora bought the lineman.
Oh, that's a tempting offer, actually, for 5 SPP. Yeah. 70k.
Money.
Yeah. I mean, the Lizards will love that game. They got 4 level ups from that game.
Okay, we're going to bring them in now. I've been warned to prepare for a bitter Aurora, so just prepare.
Okay.
And here they come. Welcome.
Hello, I am bitter.
Good evening.
Amazing.
Amazing. Bitter about what?
Did you not watch the game I just played?
I saw nothing that you could possibly be bitter about. You cannot break me. There was nothing there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, nuffle, nuffle.
Nuffle. There it is. I'm just going to go ahead and confirm that round because I want to know what the are going
to I know it. I still have 0 level ups.
I feel your pain, alright.
To be fair, that was a close game.
It was a close game.
Until like turn 12.
Did you buy that guy?
I had to. He got the MVP.
The most SPP you've got across your team now, isn't it?
Yeah. No, there's another guy with 5 SPP.
4 level ups.
Yeah, my other MVP.
Yes.
But on the plus side,
you did get 3 and 2 on someone else, so
I'd rather just have a fucking level up.
Well, you have 5 more SPP than I do, so you're not at the bottom.
What race are you?
I'm the vampires.
Okay.
Good luck. It's like the one person you're like, fat.
Also, Aurora.
As a vampire coach, I can sympathise with you.
Yeah. Aurora, guess who the vampires play next?
It's you. That's why I want to know what your level ups are going to be.
I am waving quite rapidly at my webcam, which isn't turned on. But yes, it's me. Hi,
Well,
this season's going well for you, isn't it, Joe Bowser?
Yeah, well, before the match, we did say that Adam has less. Only played one match, but yes, do your levels. I want to know what they are.
Well, I finished mine.
I finished all mine for the season, probably.
And yes, no, I rolled a 5 on my winnings, so I went up 80k from 0, so I can now buy the damned apothecary.
I looked like it was all going to go so well for the Woodales.
Yeah, I know. I genuinely thought I was going to get screwed.
I thought you got so many armor breaks on your Saurus. It was unreal. But alas, the few important rolls just didn't work out.
Right.
Like, agility teams are just not strong when I play them because I don't roll well enough when it matters.
So the Saurus rolled a 10.
Okay.
Not a double.
Of course he rolled a 10. Of course he rolled a 10.
Of course it was.
What do 10s do again?
It's movement or armor.
Oh, great.
However, I still think block, tackle, mighty blow, probably better than getting a movement allowance on him.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like a movement 7 Saurus is scary as fuck.
Movement 7 Saurus, break, tackle, wrestle. That's a blitzer right there.
Oh boy.
That's a scary
blitzer. I still need to actually get the injuries with him.
Yeah, no, true. But, just saying, it's a scary blitzer.
Yeah, but they take so long to level up that the problem is sometimes it's just not.
Like, obviously, it's up to you, but personally, I think I'd take the movement 7, because if there's one thing I've learned from playing against skinks and playing elves, movement allowance is OP as fuck when it's high.
Yeah.
There were a few complaints about movement 8 being OP as shit.
Like, I honestly don't think... I know my war dancers have movement 8, I honestly just don't think any base model in the game should have movement 8. It is too much.
What movement is it again? Is it movement 9?
Yeah. Movement 9 with agility 4 and dodge.
Yep.
At least there's only 2 of those.
Nope, you can have 4.
What? You can have 4 gutter runners?
And then 90k, they're much cheaper than war dancers.
Okay, fuck Blood Bowl. I'm retiring.
Hang on, you've retired 3 times, Aurora. You can't do this to us again.
Listen, I'm like Ric Flair. I never know when to actually let it go. I keep saying I'm done, then I come back.
Alright, Elsa.
What knows the wrestling things? Apart from Marv.
Okay, first skink rolled a 9, so only gets agility.
What did you get on the Saurus?
Haven't decided yet.
Okay.
David's writing notes down furiously.
No, look, let's be real. What's going to happen is I'm going to lose, and I'm not going to score any touchdowns, because that's all I'm doing this season, apparently.
Vampires are a very hard team.
I know, I feel like I've got diced 2 games in a row.
Oh, I feel like that too. And the cruelest thing was this game, for the first like 10 turns, I was like, oh my god, I'm not being diced, I'm actually doing well. And then Nuffle was like, hello there.
To be fair, you made a couple of misplays. To be fair.
Yeah.
We were saying like there was a turn you should have stuck some you should have run some linemen up to the top end and had them ready to receive a pass.
Was that before or after winter happened?
That was during winter. No, it was before winter, wasn't it?
Yeah, before there was a time where after J Bowser scored, you had like 3 or 4 turns left to score. And then you ended up making a block or something before moving anyone like into his half. Or no, you ended up marking up a Saurus with like 3 players, and then like knocking the Saurus down, which was fine. But if you'd run all those players up into J Baz's half, he'd have to try and mark like 4 players to stop you scoring. And then because you didn't, you had no one in scoring range when you dropped the ball.
I'm trying to think of why I did that, and I think it was probably just a misplay, but also, the sunny weather was fucking...
got 4 pieces of shit!
What's happened?
I did roll an 11 with a skink.
Oh, no.
Oh, can't believe he's done
You know what? I'm glad I got this match over and done with.
Another one's got diving tackle, another one's got sure feet. I quit.
Surefeet skinks are the most infuriating thing in Blood Bowl.
No, Surefeet sprint skinks are the most infuriating.
It's just movement 10. You've just got movement 10 piece there, basically.
Yep.
Hey, Shane. You know how we have?
You cut out.
Cut out.
You know how we have a rule for the semi-petrolness where you can at any time. Hang on, I'm going somewhere different with this.
Can you vote somebody else out?
Yeah, can we, like, this person has 2,000 TV and we're all on 1,100. Can he go away now, please?
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the things that, like, one of the reasons why Lizards were banned early on, in, like, when we were, like, having, like, joke teams, because they are super strong when played right.
At low TV, yes. Yeah, at high TV, they get murdered by everyone with Claw, Mighty Blow, Tackle, and Pylon.
I can't get Claw,
so
Mighty
you
Blow,
mean
Pylon.
Chaos and Nurgle?
Yeah,
Those
specifically
two teams.
Nurgle and
Chaos.
Necro, basically, yes.
2 teams.
And Chorfs.
Well, I'm glad we have 2 Nurgles, a Chaos Dwarf, and Chaos team in this.
I'm not, because the Dwarf teams and the Nurgle teams are my worst nightmare.
At least you can outrun them, unlike the Lizards, which you
So
can't
yes, I
outrun.
went up 150 team value from that.
I
50.
went up by... Let's see.
You got block on the Saurus, okay.
I actually
Yeah.
lost 10 team value.
I need some block somewhere, so I had to sacrifice movement. If I'd already had 2 block Saurus, I would have taken the movement.
Here's the thing, though, I've often looked at inducements as being like, they don't really make up for, like, all these skills and stuff. But
Sometimes they do.
Particularly the wizard can literally win you a game or save you a game. And so now Jay Baz is going to struggle because he's going to be against teams that are a lot lower than him. And pretty much, I think, looking at it, most people, bar the Nurgle, can get a wizard against you. The Nurgle and the Undead are the 2 teams that currently can't get a wizard against you.
I mean,
It's also a case of who wants to take the wizard and not take 2 Bloodwiser Babes or...
I would almost
Other
always
stuff.
take a reroll, because I think the extra reroll is super strong.
I don't need extra rerolls. I've got 5 already.
I was gonna say, it depends on how many rerolls your team has.
It does depend on the team, but like, what does one thing that, like, particularly Lizards or a lot of teams do? They cage up. What is Fireball great at? Knocking down an entire cage. Plus, it's armor breaks. If you hit like 3 of those skinks with a Fireball, that's 3 armor 7 breaks that could happen. That could just destroy Lizards.
I understand that
knock them down first.
No, true. But
I understand that in the realm of logic, you're right, but I have a personal curse when it comes to skinks. It happens every time I play Lizardmen. I can never do anything to them unless it's a KO. I can never injure those sons of bitches.
You injured a Saurus.
I injured a Saurus, but it wasn't a skink. I would rather have injured the skink.
The skinks are the targets, because if you take the skinks out, the lizards can't really do anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's a scary lizard team that's started to develop, and it's probably going to have
you guys are welcome. I fed the lizard.
I'm glad I'm not in that league to start with.
Yeah, but hang on. Whoa, hush. To be fair, I have played the 2 elf teams now.
Or the 2
so this is probably the majority of the SPP that my team's going to get for the most of this league.
Are going to come from these first 3 games because I have thralls.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Next week I'm not playing a Bashy team! Oh my god! I'm playing the Dark
to be
Elves
fair,
next!
Divot, you are also 2 guys down.
Yeah, but they're just
your block thrall.
I'm 2 thralls down who are going to come back as thralls anyway, so it's like...
I do feel like
you're missing your block thrall, and they're going to be journeymen, so rerolls is going to not work with them as well.
I'm just...
J-Baz has had sort of the best start in terms of, like, opponents, because
I got so fucking lucky on that start.
Compared to the other teams, you're just going to be so well fed.
Like, I don't play Aurora till week 6. Yeah, and I don't play Figgy till like week 8.
I mean, you're not particularly bashy, so
yeah.
No,
I mean,
but I would like my vamps
after I
to
played
get
Divot's
some
vampires, I played the undead.
Mm.
And I'm 10 TV higher than the undead at the moment. And 30 behind
damn,
the
the undead got a strength up ghoul?
Yes.
Damn.
That's not that scary.
and a block mummy.
Yes.
Block
Which is
mummy
much
is good.
scarier.
Can
He rolled a
mummies not
double
normally get
and a
blocked?
double six.
No, that's a double.
Yeah, it's a double for block.
Yeah,
for
it's a
mummies.
double for mummies.
Okay,
So his first two level ups from his last game were a double and a double six.
nice.
Anyway, we digress. We should probably wrap up.
No,
Yes.
we're going for the long haul.
No.
Doing it
this
live.
This isn't-
Fuck it,
this
we'll
isn't
do
the-
it live.
This isn't the podcast. We'll talk about it on Monday.
So hello. And
Yeah, we will
welcome
talk
to
about
the-
this bullshit on Monday, alright? You can write in and send us your complaints then, or before
Hey,
then,
I don't
and
have
we will read them out
complaints. I
loud.
just have societal insights. Like,
You know what else?
here is
You know-
one.
You know what else you don't have?
What?
Permission to join this room. Okay, so
Wow!
wrapping. I'm kidding. Hello.
Wow.
You caused me emotional trauma.
I feel sorry for Adam, who's just sitting there quietly going, I'm just streaming this, guys. Can you please hurry up? Adam, you can talk whenever you want.
I'm surprised he hasn't just like left. He's probably ended the stream by now.
What, the stream
I
is
wouldn't-
over. Adam's just
I
sitting
wouldn't-
there.
I would not.
Wait, is this? Are we offline?
No, I think we're still live.
No, keep going. I was about to wrap up now, but then you were like, "No, we must continue."
Wrap up. Gotta
Right,
go.
so
What if I want to wrap up?
I will
I'll let you do
go
this.
ahead then. Go on then. Go on then.
Oh, okay then. Thank you for watching this Blood Bowl match. If you want to watch another match, tomorrow at 7 p.m. there will be Skaven versus Chaos and Skaven versus High Elves.
And if they want to check our website, where can they find that?
They can find it at the
Really not hard.
SideQuest Grumble.
Nope.
Shut up. Nope.
Help.
You were doing so well.
www.grumble.co.uk. That's GRUMBBL.co.uk. And that's how you outro. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, I did
Goodbye.
most of it.
Ta-da!